Welcome back to another episode of The Road to 2200. I'm going to play some Carol Khan, and we'll see what happens here. Okay, so my opponent is playing this Two Knights variation. The exchange is the one I like to see the most. The other one I don't know as well. Okay. This is not the most common move. What is happening here? I think this is this trap I've fallen into before, but it's definitely a different variant of it. So the idea, I think, is to sort of immediately pressure this mate situation. Um, this, no. I think I'm just gonna go here to stop the queen from being able to come in. I guess the queen can still go there, but our knight is there. Yeah, I think we'll go here. I don't know if this is the right move. It seems right. Okay, reinforcing the knight there. So now they have just a solid knight in the middle. I'm not sure what the best way to handle this is. There's an interesting idea of check hitting this square. So like if we could somehow knight here, trade, they go here, this one away. I don't think we have anything there. I'm looking at maybe here. I think first perhaps this is better. Though then they have this check, which is a little bit annoying. I guess the problem is if I go here to try to threaten to trade here, then this pin comes, which is also annoying. So do I need to go a6 here? I don't really want to. But a6 seems to hold out most of my opponent's interesting plans and force them to just go there, which probably is where they wanted to go, if we're being honest here. Now, though, this looks pretty reasonable. No, that does not look reasonable. That just hangs a piece. I think I'm going to go here, try to get rid of this knight. If they take, I go here. I think I'm fine with that. Probably even going here, actually. So we're going to do this. This move makes me a little bit nervous, because it's kind of blocking off my development, and they took that way. So, I don't know, this seems to be signifying they really want a big attack here. It looks like a good move. I didn't consider that for some reason, and, looking at it, it's like, yeah, that's a good move. Strong move. And now my bishop is not going to be able to get out easily. Very much feels like I'm no longer even playing a Caro-Kann. It almost feels like a QGD or something. The Queen's Gambit declined. I don't even know what to do here. That is the reality. I'm very afraid to go like here, displace the knight. Queen comes in. I can't really castle over here. I don't know. This f4 looks very strong. I'm thinking about just like here and developing. I don't really know what else to do. This is very interesting that quite early in this game, by move 7, I'm just kind of like, wow, I do not have a good position, do I? So I'm just going to develop normally and just play moves. This looks like a reasonable move. Probably developing the bishop first is right, giving me that option to castle. The question is where? Do I want to go here or here? This is the normal spot, but that's because this bishop can come pin. Without the pin, I guess I don't want to go here in case I ever feel compelled to take, because then there would be this fork here. So I am going to go here. Okay, there is a little bit of a problem. I was going to go here, and now I'm seeing if I do that, this move looks quite strong, so I don't think I want to do that yet. I think I probably want to move the queen here first, and then do that move. I mean, are they going to go like this? Just go all out here. I'm going to go here. I think I'll probably go here, push here. Try to get some counterplay over here. This bishop being stuck. Okay, so this is one of the rules I learned a long time ago. Is when this bishop is stuck inside the pawn chain, trying to do a minority attack is not that great. I think actually maybe this is the answer. That looks pretty reasonable. And of course there's this fork at the end if it goes that far. Let's do this. This is a pretty strong square for the knight. If they take, we end up going here. This backwards pawn ends up on the open file. What's that move about? I suppose it's about this and this. If I go here with the knight, they could still go here. I kind of want to go here to stop this infiltration. I don't love this move because it's kind of giving my opponent a hook to be able to go like this. Okay, that move I don't understand. What is that? I guess coming here to threaten. I'm going to go here. I think this is a reasonable idea. Get that on a good square, and I'm fine with this trade. I'll go here. The bishop's going to have to go back. And I think this is fine. This pawn is kind of vulnerable. I could go here, hit it a second time. I think they want to move the knight here anyway, though, so I'm not sure it does anything. But it does let me play this. I think I'm going to castle now, though. I think my opponent does not have the pieces anymore to do such an all-in attack. Maybe they do. Now what's this knight doing? My knight. And my bishop's no good. And my like I have so many pieces that are just not doing anything. It feels right to go here to start pressuring this to lock this guy in. So I think I'm gonna do that and go from there. Okay. And that seems like quite reasonable move. But does this just win material? Takes, win the rook. Takes, is there something cute in here? I don't think so. This seems like it wins material. I think that was a mistake by my opponent. That's not a really easy mistake to spot. But it is not a mistake at all. Ugh. That was just a game-losing mistake by me. I don't know what happened there. How did I have that level of a... I don't even know what that is. Something. I don't know what to do now. I don't really want to trade rooks. But if I don't trade rooks, then I'm losing time. So I'm going to trade rooks. Oh, but I'm mostly going to lament. Like, what happened? How did I make that mistake even? I don't really understand. I'm going to go here. And yes, it does allow my opponent to trade off another piece. But this piece is very good. I'd be pretty happy if they traded that piece. Okay, so I'm going to take the open file again. I don't know what I'm doing with it. There's no way in. Can't do anything with it. What I want to do is go like here... lure that and then be able to pin the queen. The queen's gone now. Okay, we're still fighting. That's what we're doing here. This here after maybe queen here, pulling away that defender. I don't know. We got to get the pieces moving somehow. That hangs in. It doesn't hang a piece, actually. It offers the trade. I don't really want that trade anymore. Here. Offering the trade. Go here first. It's so slow. Why is my phone buzzing so many times? Okay. Seems like nothing. gotta get past that blunder. Okay, I need to get rid of this bishop so this guy can go to a really nice square. That's what I'm looking at. So I am going to go here. If my opponent wants to take here, that's probably good for them, but I'm dead anyway. Like, there's nothing I can do here that doesn't make me dead. So now the point is, can we do anything that might give us a chance? And if my opponent lets me go here and trade here, I feel like now I have some level of chance. I can put a rook here. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that, actually. I'm going to go here. See if my opponent will trade. If they take here and I end up taking here, that's not that bad if this bishop is gone. Are they going to trade? I suppose they could just go... No, they can't go there. That would hang the bishop. I don't think they have a choice but to trade. Yeah. So they trade there. I'm covering the square. Take there. I think I just take. Okay. I'm going to put the rook here. I'd like for this knight to go here. Okay, that's a nice move. What happens if I go here? There's nothing great to do. I'm gonna go here. No, that's mate. That's just mate. We're going here. Covering the mate. Oh, he can go here, actually. So that was a mistake my opponent made. Last move, he could have taken the knight. Wow, this is just a debacle of a game. This has got to be one of the worst games I've ever played. Okay, that's an overstatement for sure. This is a bad game, though. Oh, man. Wow. Okay. Yep, it's got that move. I don't know what I possibly have here. So it's like check, takes, check. I mean, takes back. Go here, check. He could simply put the queen there. Oh man, what a debacle! Yeah, I don't have anything. This game is just over. This game has been over for a long time. I guess I have to trade more material and hope my opponent does something utterly ridiculous. I don't even know. The problem with how badly I'm doing is that I'm not even giving my opponent room to make mistakes. Okay, interesting thing. I could get a piece back. I could go here, take this piece back, and try to hold a draw and knight down. I think it's more reasonable to try to hold on to the queen and secure a draw or some lucky mate or something. Problem is this knight is backed up, so I can't do cool double attacks like this. Oh, brother. It's really painful playing through games like this. It very much is. Alright, covering that square. That's smart. I'm gonna go here and chase the bishop back so I can go here and check, but I actually can't go through pieces. What? Oh, okay. So this is kind of interesting. No, okay, I thought I had this move, but knight takes. Offering a trade again, saying I'll give up a piece. I got no problem with that. Okay, I'll go here with the idea of going here. Interesting. Oh, got it. I take, he goes here, forcing the queen trade, but I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do. I think I can resign here. Okay, I'm just going to move my king up the board and see if some miracle happens, but we're going to resign soon. And I'm also not thinking about my move, so I don't know what I'm doing exactly then. I'll go here. I'll go here. Just ways to move. Oh, actually, maybe I should go here, and then I can go here, and then hang this pawn. That doesn't seem great. Although, here takes, here takes. I do have a passer. So, sure, let's do it. Oh, that's with check, though. Okay, he didn't, oh, he didn't take this way, that's why. Yeah. All right, it's time to resign. Okay, so I don't think this is a complicated one. I think it's simply this. I hung a piece. I think I was doing fine, perhaps well even, and then I just, out of nowhere, boom, hung a piece and the game ends. So let's just take a look. Oh, also I think it is interesting to look at this, because I really didn't know what to do. Number one book move is knight c6 followed by knight f6. Both are about even. The engine says knight c6, that they're even basically. d4, not surprising. a6, not a normal move here. So the main ideas, I guess, are to go here, which seems very weird to me, to fianchetto into this knight that's going to get cemented with f4. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Knight c6 right away here does make sense. Now that I saw that this is coming, though I'm not really sure what to do after f4. After f4, computer says it likes things like put pressure on this pawn. Then they back it up. Notice not taking here. Then just playing here, and now we're kind of like some parts of the advanced. What I like about this better than what I did is when we look at my game, that bishop got totally trapped, and it really kind of diminished even the options that I had. So the computer doesn't love that move, but it doesn't like this move at all, which I agree. Now looking back on it, it's kind of like, what? That just doesn't make sense. We need to get this bishop out. I don't really know how it's supposed to, though. Okay, ready for this? Second best move. Best move, it keeps saying, is g6, which I don't quite get. But next best move is knight b8. Now you can bring the bishop out, I guess, to here, maybe. Let's see where they want to put the bishop. Oh, that does make sense. g6 to put the bishop here. That's a very common move in the setup, and then you put it together like that. So this is an interesting thing about this opening. I didn't combine ideas here. So I do know this idea plus this, but it's in a different setup, and I didn't translate it to this, and so I didn't find knight b8, which I think is kind of a hard find. But instead I lock in the bishop, and it's just kind of like, I'm not losing, but I'm not doing great, and it's not that fun of a position either. It's just white constantly up about one. The computer really hates that move and says the game is dead even now. And at this point I did feel like, okay, I think I'm okay. It feels evenish. I'm not really sure my plan. The computer actually likes this move, which I looked at, but doesn't this hang a pawn is what my conclusion was. There, and why is this not just a bad move? It's not just a bad move because we go here. Queen goes back. And then I guess we get like, yeah, these kind of positions I very much struggle with, where it's like I'm down a pawn, a clean pawn. I don't have counterplay. I don't see how I'm getting the pawn back, and I have nothing. How is this even? Like these are the evaluations that I really don't understand. I would say this is basically white's up +1. The computer says black is up 0.2. So there's definitely some gaps in my knowledge. So I came up with a brilliant plan of these guys are on the same file. I can take this pawn. They take. The rook is hanging. Problem. This bishop is covering the rook. What? So I hang the piece. Trade down to a losing endgame or a losing position, and there's just nothing to do. This is just such a losing position. It's ridiculous. And my opponent even missed a free knight because he didn't even need it. So, an embarrassment of a game. Takeaways, I mean, the giant one is, especially if you're going to do something clever, you better make sure it works. Like, this is a very clever move. It's unnecessary. The position's equal. I've got plenty of moves I can do. It's not really clear what my plan is, but I don't have to, like, flip out and grab that. But if it's a free pawn, then you should do it. So you just really need to thoroughly calculate something like this. And I thought I did. I was pretty happy. It's like, boom, 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 hanging, I win. It's not that hard to take another second to see the bishop is backing up the rook. So that's a very disappointing big takeaway. I think another takeaway for me is, once again, and this has been in a lot of these games, I don't know a lot of the weird lines in my openings. And again, I didn't play that great. And then I guess the last takeaway is not combining ideas. I just totally missed the idea of combining this with moving this knight even to say here and then doing this idea. So those are 3 takeaways in a rather short and humiliating game. Hopefully this game was useful for you to see that this happens still sometimes. The brain just shorts out and you make horrible blunders when you're not ready to. All right. See you next time on the road to 2200.